Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange. Carrying on with the going through all of the ships, and we're still within the frigates, although this is one of the last three, so almost over onto the destroyers. I know a lot of people are asking about Tauruses and cruisers and stuff like that. We will get there eventually. I am just doing these in order for the sake of my sanity. So, without further ado, we'll jump straight into the Mare Nubium. So the Mare Nubium is the ugliest ship in the game, by quite a margin. But I have to admit that the assault type is got some use. It's potentially some use anyway. Again, it's similar to the Noma support. It has assault landing UAVs, which means they are siege-based UAVs, which does put it into that nice siege role. And again, at 900 base movement speed, you can upgrade this well past that 1k cruising speed, so you can get it in that fast anti or siege type fleet. So that it does actually have a use, which is, surprising, to be honest. Although I very much doubt you'll ever see it used. I have in the past ran 10 Noma Siege with the 10 Mare Nubium. The damage output's not much different really between them when you've got some tech points into them. So, it does work, it does its job. You will probably want to support that with some healing of some description if it is just the frigates, because you will lose some against outposts and stuff. They do manage to kill some frigates off. Anyway, the assault landing system is probably what you should be going for first here, picking up both the siege, and then it really doesn't matter. I guess you can pick up the damage and probably the RTB, which is probably what you go for. There is a argument for maybe not picking up this damage and picking up the hit rate. It's similar to the Nomas, and that will, just help it if it does get into a fleet battle, hit the command bridge of the enemy ship, which this thing does target. So that is your sort of option there. Secondly, I start upgrading the armor pretty quickly, going into the ship HP again, and then outposts and bases don't deal energy damage, so you can either pick up both the physical resistances here, or you can wait on those physical resistances a bit, coming down, picking up the movement speed, the cruising speeds first, and getting that movement speed up to get them into battle a bit quicker. Then coming back, picking up your physical resistances. Again, there is an argument here for picking up the armor energy coating again. This will round up to 10%. And that is if you do, unfortunately, get yourself stuck into an enemy fleet. This might potentially save one or two ships if you hit retreat quick enough. But that's about it, really. After that, you come into the rocket tower. Again, this thing's only got 60 damage per hit. It's not particularly great on the siege either. But you can pick up the target confirmation, which is when the primary target weapon is a city or base. It increases fire rate and cooldowns by 35%, and it gives them the UAVs 35% chance to cause an extra 100% damage, which is actually quite nice. You can actually pick this up before the physical resistance as well, potentially. Up to you a little bit on that one. And then, yeah, it really doesn't matter what you're doing here. Probably picking up both the cooldowns and one of the damage mods, and that'll be your 4 slots filled. And yeah, that's it for the assault type. Now, unfortunately, we get over to the anti-aircraft type. This is identical to the Noma's one, where the UAVs don't work unless this ship itself is being targeted, which means it's probably going to get blown up and dead within, a few seconds anyway, so you're not really going to get much out of this. Basically, don't run it. It's just not worth running at all. Even if you see this in boxes, unless you are trying to collect all the ships, I'd recommend taking the 10 tech points here. If you are going to run it, even after all that, I guess your best bet's picking up the hit rate. There is 2 hit rates here you can pick up, and then 2 of the damages. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do there. Probably picking up your health early as well, grabbing your ship HP, your physical resistances, and one of the physical resistances and the energy resistance. You can again increase the movement speed at some point, depending on what fleet it's in. It is 900 cruising speed, so it will be able to move up and do that 1000 movement speed for the frigate support fleets and stuff like that. You can pick up the anti-aircraft system. This will lock, the primary weapon will lock on and it will attack and hit rates increase and stuff like that. Fortunately, that in fact affects only the rocket tower. It doesn't affect the UAVs, which is terrible. Prioritized fighters and interceptors, it's a useful strat. I do recommend picking it up if you are picking up this first one, and then you have 2 slots left, and seeing as the damage isn't really going to do much, I recommend picking up the cooldown in this situation for those last 2 slots. And yeah, it's probably not going to do anything, unfortunately. I have yet to see this working like at all. I've seen it a couple of times in a number of fleets. I've personally tried it in a couple of fleets. I've only actually recently taken all the tech points I had out of it, and I could max this before, and yeah, I just couldn't get it doing anything substantial anti-air wise. So again, my recommendation is ignore it. So that is it for the Mare Nubium, unfortunately, and well, partially fortunately maybe, because only half of the ships, well, variants are any good. So, other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.